The major problem of Nigeria is that Nigerians have not woken up to the fact that they need to elect people who they know and have pedigree that they can really perform and improve their situation. People are being imposed on Nigerians every time they call for election. Most voters don't know even the candidate they are voting for. The process is being manipulated by politicians. So it's high time Nigerians wake up to the reality that they need to get themselves familiarized with the person they want in power. Until Nigerians know who they are getting into office, from the local council to the representative to the national level, things cannot change. In the last administration, we know that the Nigerian economy was better. In the last administration, they were shouting corruption, that Chibok girls and all those propagandas to push the. It was better because then they were technocrats in certain positions. There were technocrats in certain positions that were able to handle things well. We know people, seasoned people like Okonjo Wala, and we have additional with the agriculture ministry, and we saw the good job he was doing then. They were giving grants to young people that want to invest in the agricultural business. They are doing many things that are, got the youths engaged at that time. And things were getting better. Because of the propaganda of those people who were trying to come in, Nigerians who did not know what was happening, because most of the media houses were being controlled by the politicians. So people did not get the facts. So they pushed the administration out of power. And the incoming government were not ready to name ministers for about 6 months.
In every part of the nation currently, you find out that things are almost like retrogressing. Initially, you talk about the dollar during Jonathan's administration. Find out the dollar was at a certain level, rate. Currently, the dollar is like 2 or 3 times above that rate. That's to tell you that the economy is going back, as to where we are supposed to, during this Buhari's administration, we are supposed to start going forward towards either trying to reduce the dollar or stable the dollar, because the dollar is the strongest currency in the world. And if your economy is not measuring up, during Buhari's administration, during Jonathan's, there was a time they told us that Nigeria's economy in Africa was #1. Even if it was a window dressing or whatever, whatsoever, currently things are not. It's even worse than what it was then. So you see that the number of men riding Okada on the streets is more. You understand? The number of graduates not getting job is increasing by the number. There are so many indicators to tell you that the economy is not really doing well. The jobs that was promised to Nigerians, we do not have the jobs. If we have them, that is an indication. That's what even this campaign. Buhari does not even need any campaign. If the economy has, his economy is doing well.
We start from insecurity. We don't have any good insecurity. Our economy is totally paralyzed. And businesses, everything paralyzed. We need intervention. And this intervention, as I can say, is by the grace of God. So through what I can see here in Nigeria that is happening here now, Nigeria, we are not to unite. If we can trust ourselves and support the actual person that God will bring for us to take over the Nigeria, things will be okay. I think you are hearing me. So from what I've been seeing here in Nigeria now, I have 3 things. If we can be able to get this thing all right, Nigeria will be good. 1 is security. 2 is uniting together. And 3 is our economy. Our leaders also, are the ones that made us to be paralyzed as we see the Nigerian today. That is all I have. Well, our economy is not all that as it is 2015. What we have in our currency then, our foreign currency and all the rest of them here in Nigeria now is not all that like 2018 and in this 2019. Everything paralyzed. Our economy is not what to write about. In other countries, here, even here in Nigeria.
The Nigerian government have not been fair to us. So the economic is poor, totally poor. Due to infrastructure and everything is collapsed. Nigeria is a failed country. I'm sorry to say this, but I would like to come out straight that Nigeria as a whole, when you look at our 1,000 naira currency, they said, like somebody said yesterday, was like, we have 1,000 naira in every note in every country. So I was now asking them that in America, can you see someone hold $1,000 or walk into a supermarket with $1,000 to buy something? It is never possible. You will never see someone walk into a supermarket with $1,000. Our 1,000 naira in Nigeria means 100 naira. Because when you have 1,000 naira, by the time you spend 100 naira out of 1,000 in Nigeria, the money is gone. If you have 500 naira, if you spend 50 naira, the money don't go be that. So why do we have to start copying other countries? We want to copy other countries, but we cannot sacrifice what they sacrifice. I've heard some people talking behind me. They say, we cannot have a better country, we cannot have a better Nigeria. The thing we have to do is just for us to pick a very noble person to come out under APC or PDP before we can do something good. I would say no. Because it's like you telling a thief to watch over a diamond. When is the thief not going to steal the diamond away? Once we had Yar'Adua reduced the fuel price to 65 naira during his time. He made us understand that there's nothing like subsidy. Buhari came. Buhari was trying to do something too, but they rejected him. They never want him to do it. The cabals are the one ruling this country. We don't have a president. Our president might be saint, whatever it might be, but I would say we have cabals ruling this country. And there are three solutions to Nigeria problem. Number one is either we go it rough, revolution. Number two is split. Let Oduduwa go on their own. Let Hausas go. Let the Igbos be on their own. Then the number third solution is let all the individual parties in Nigeria come together against APC and PDP. The security in Nigeria is so very losing. We don't have anything. You see a cop lying down, you cannot investigate how that person, how cops got there. What killed that cops? What made that cops? You see children be kidnapped out of school. You see insecurities, you cannot send your children to schools any longer. Religion problem. Nigeria is actually having so many problems that when we say let's start mentioning, we only start counting our fingers. You know, when I want to start counting my finger like this, 1, 2, I want to start counting the lines on my fingers. So, and I wouldn't want to do that. But I would say Nigeria needs to sit up.
Averagely, I'm satisfied. And I want them to improve on that economy recovery, growth and plan. Do you understand? Why I said it? If you are current very well, you discover that the previous administration was suppressing the economy by floating money out. When you look at Abacha loot, 2005, 2006, they repatriated 500 and something million. When I heard that, I was crying. 500 million, and they say they want to use it for infrastructure. Do you know that most of the infrastructure they have put into the budget is what they say they have used it? They double deal. They double contract. Are you getting it? So, if at that moment a government now came and I said, okay, all those recovery, this is what we are going to use it for. See, corruption, when I say fought corruption, are you getting it? When you say corruption cannot be, it can't be fought totally, but at a minimally, at least, he is able to do something to actually let us know that we are watching you.